Hi. Okay. My name is Grace, aka Master of Disaster, and two little house cleaning things before I get into this. First of all, I'm new, so please don't crucify me. And second, hopefully someday I'll be one of those big fancy YouTubers who's got a lot of fans, but for now I'm going to pretend I've got like, a million subscribers and stuff like that, and I'm going to talk to you like I do, because, dream big and whatever. I'm sorry, I just ran all over the house looking for something, so I'm going to die real quick. Okay, so I'm going to get started with one, maybe two of the stories if I have time of, two of the many stories of how I got the nickname Master of Disaster. And that's not just like my channel name, that is like legitimate, that's my nickname, because I'm really accident prone. And my first story, I'm a musician. I started with the violin in orchestra, and I've been doing that for about 8 years, and I collected a bunch of other instruments on the way, and I'll get into that later. But my first story, this was a long time, this was forever ago, when dinosaurs roamed the earth, when I was in 8th grade. And we have these orchestra contests where we prepare these pieces, these songs, and we go and sit in a big room in front of 3 judges, and we play them, and they tell us everything we did wrong. So, fun. I don't know why we do these things, because they're so miserable, but really they're great. And so we were at this contest, and every single contest, this happens before every contest and concert and gig and everything we do. This is what happens. We think we're crap, like we're total crap. And then we go up, we do like 2-hour rehearsals, like every day, like the week leading up to the contest. And so, we go into the contest and we sit down and we play our pieces, and we played them. Text. I got a text. We played them the best we played them, and we were all excited. However, a huge part of your grade is how you go on and off the stage and how you present yourself, because these are like super strict, classically trained. Man, must be perfect. So, we do really well. We have a special way of filing on and off the stage. We have our uniforms on. And I fell off the stage. The way we walked off, we had to file past, the very edge of the stage, just like, you know how tall, like, the edge of a stage is. It's not like a little speed bump or anything, but, and I was on, you can't really see how I'm dressed, but flat shoes. I wasn't made to walk in high heels. I don't get a lot of practice. Even after 8 years of orchestra, I suck at it. And it had only been like 4 years at this point. 3 or 4 years, however, math. It had been math years. So anyway, I'm walking off, past the edge of the stage, and I'm turning to walk down the stairs, and my brain just does whatever brains do, and like every muscle in my body just freaked out, and I just flew down the stairs and landed, right in front of the judges, just flat on my face, and we got 2s, like straight all 2s, and the entire bus ride home I'm just like sitting so I got a 2s because I fell off the stage. Yeah, that's like one of the most embarrassing things that's ever happened to me, was I fell off the stage at contest and ruined our scores. I don't know if you can hear that. That whining sound is my dog. He's German Shepherd puppy. He's not doing very well right now. We have to keep him inside, and I'll get into that later, or else this video will end up 12 minutes. Anyway, so I don't know how I'm doing on time. But the second story I would like to share with you, one of my really accident-prone moments, one of my gravity-challenged moments. This was a couple years later. This was probably freshman year in high school. our first freshman or first high school level state contest. And this is like a big deal. It's this huge, level jump there. They expect so much more from us. And we're in the bus, and this was our first year in orchestra. This was before, like, most of the class was freshmen. It was a really big orchestra. It was like 54 people, which is a significant amount. Anyway, and there were always a lot of violinists for whatever reason, but the basses and cellos, we had a charter bus. The basses and cellos put their basses and cellos in the compartment under the bus because there's no room. They're like, one bass is like the size of like 6 seats, so you're not going to fit that into the bus itself. But all the violins and viola players had to put theirs in the little overhead rack compartment. He's got, he doesn't like being shut in. Anyway, we'll just, it sounds like he's being tortured, and I swear to God, he's not being tortured. Anyway, back to the story. Poor kids. We had them, we hadn't figured out, there were like no Tetris players in this class. They couldn't figure out how to get the instruments to fit, and this was before some of us figured out that you're not going to fit 30-something violin cases in the overhead compartments, and you're going to have to sit on some of your violins. You're going to have some of them like under your seat and stuff. So we shove them all in there, and maybe they'll fit. Whatever. It's a smooth bus ride, and we're not going to be like taking crazy turns or whatever, or we hope we're not, or else we're going to end up in the hospital or something. So anyway, there are like two general case. They're the big square ones, the big fancy heavy duty, like you could run over it with an army tank and it would be, your violin wouldn't even be out of tune. And then there are like the little kind of plastic Coke bottle shaped, Tommy gun cases, the stereotypical gangster Tommy gun case, whatever. Anyway, and I had one of those, and it was like 4 or 5 years old at this point. And the hinges were shot, and the locks were just totally screwed up. I didn't treat my violin that well as a kid. I feel bad. Anyway, if the case gets abused, if the case is beat up, the violin, if the case takes all these pieces, the violin's fine. So I get off topic easily, and one of those plastic Tommy gun cases just like topples out of the overhead compartment on the way to state contest, and it hits the ground and it just cracks open, like a clamshell, and the violin inside like flies into the air and skids like on its face down the entire length of the bus, like literally the entire length of the bus. And everyone's just, the director's like, oh my God, and the student, everyone's like, oh my God, because like this $1,000 really fragile instrument just like exploded. And I just say, oh, that poor sucker. And my stand partner, my friend sitting next to me, just goes, Grace, I think that's your violin. And so I ended up taking the walk of shame down the length of the bus, and everyone's just staring at me. Just all not even like, it's just kind of like that pity, like that what's wrong with you kind of pity. Like it was my fault my violin fell off the bus. And the director just looked at me and goes, well, I hope you're going to tune that. Yeah, orchestra stories, so I'm going to try and edit this now. I have bad luck with technology, so, and hopefully this won't be my last video.